Hi everybody, I'm Suman Malik, and in this video we're going to study about the powers or the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court of India, and these powers are given in the chapter 4, the Union Judiciary. It's the part 5 of the Indian Constitution, and these are the headings, the powers of the Supreme Court divided into these headings, and article 124 to 147 deals with the Supreme Court of India. So let's read these headings. First is the Court of Record. Article 129 talks about the Court of Record. It says the Supreme Court of India is the court of the records, and the second power is the writ jurisdiction. Article 132, it talks about the powers to issue writs to protect the fundamental rights of the citizens. And the next is original or the exclusive jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. It's given in article 131 of the Indian Constitution. So next is the appellate jurisdiction. So appellate jurisdiction is divided into three parts. That's the constitutional matters, article 132, civil matters, article 133, and the criminal matters, article 134. And the next is SLP, special leave to appeal. It's given in article 136 of the Indian Constitution. Next is the federal courts jurisdiction, article 135. And next is the review jurisdiction, article 137, and the last but not the least, that's the advisory jurisdiction of the Supreme Court, and article 143 talks about this. So in this video we are not study all these powers, but only one power we are going to study here. That's the original, or you can say the exclusive jurisdiction of the Supreme Court, that's given in article 131 of the Indian Constitution. So let's discuss about the exclusive or the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Now let's talk about the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court, which is also called the exclusive jurisdiction of the Supreme Court, and it's given in article 131 of the Indian Constitution. Exclusive means when the matter relate with these 3 points, then only the Supreme Court has the power to decide the matter. It is called the exclusive jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Now let's see these 3 points, what it says. Now first one is if the matter is between the government of India and one or more states. So in shortcut we can say the matter between the Union of India and versus state. So then only the Supreme Court has the exclusive jurisdiction on this matter. And the next is between the government of India and any state or the states on one side and one or more other states on the other side. So in shortcut we can say Union of India and any one state is clubbed with the Union of India, and the other party is the state here. So in shortcut this is written here, Union of India then plus state versus the states. And the third point is here, between two or more states, when the dispute is between the multiple states. So one party is state and the second party is also state. Then in these 3 points, only the Supreme Court of India has the jurisdiction to decide the matter. So these are some important points about the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. So it's a legal right should be involved. So in your matter there should be a legal right involved, only then Supreme Court will entertain your matter. And the next is no private citizen allowed. So no private citizen has the right to go into the article 131. And the next is proviso of article 131. So proviso of article 131 tells you some different thing. That's if the dispute arise out of any treaty, agreement, covenant, engagement, sanand, or other similar instrument which enforced before the commencement of the Constitution of India. So it says that if these things are enforced before the enforcement of the Constitution of India, which is 1950, then the Supreme Court do not have original jurisdiction upon these matters. So these are some exceptions to the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. It's if the matter relate with the interstate water dispute, then the Supreme Court cannot use its original jurisdiction upon the matter. So there is an act regarding this. This is the Interstate Water Dispute Act 1956, where the Parliament has the power to decide these matters. And the second is article 280 of the Indian Constitution, which talks about if the matter is referred to the Finance Commission, and Finance Commission is doing some investigation, then also the Supreme Court cannot use the power of article 131. And the next is third point, article 290 of the Indian Constitution, when the matter is relate with the center and state regarding adjustment of the expenses. If the expenses is in the dispute between the center and state, then also the Supreme Court cannot use the power of article 131. And the last is commercial dealing or trade between the center and the state. If there is a commercial dealing or the trade regarding issues, then also the Supreme Court cannot use the Article 131, that is exclusive jurisdiction. So that's all for this power. See you next time.